Hoo-wee, y'all. Hey, grand rising, good afternoon, and good evening. Um, Today I want to tap into the energy around FONTAINE'S, the person. A few weeks ago, Megan Thee Stallion put out a single called Cobra. And in that song, she alluded to Partisan cheating on her in their house, in the bed that they share. This sent the internet into a tailspin and the hotties went wild. They harassed Partisan until he turned off, all of his comment sections, and even his current, I want to say girlfriend, Jada Kingdom. She even had to speak and address the situation from I don't want to say standoffish point of view, but people were saying that she was taking shots at Megan because she posted a picture of a floral arrangement that Party had given her. And they were trying to say that she was only posting that because Megan had released Cobra. But the interesting part of it was she had posted that picture possibly like 7-8 hours before the release of Cobra. So that's really a stretch. So now, fast forward, Partisan Fontaine, better known as Party, has released his response to those accusations in a song called The Person, which feels like more so like an open letter, where he made it very direct that he was speaking directly to Megan the person, not Megan Thee Stallion. He's not speaking to her alter ego. He's not speaking to her persona. He's speaking to her personally. And he said some things that really hit in a different way. Certain bars, I had to give it to him just for hip hop's sake, because I am a huge hip hop fan. I'm a baby of hip hop from the beginning. And when he was saying that, the line about her getting glammed up for 4 hours, face is flawless, but her foundation is off, she needs to fix it. He also, did a line about a snake sheds its skin to remain the same on the inside. He said something about he's seen her take a lot of shots, but not accountability. And he talked about her getting lipo, pretty much saying like she's not real. She got lipo and then took gym pics, and it's so many different lines in the song that I don't want to go bar for bar because I don't want this reading to be extremely long, because I was going to actually take the lyrics and do a read off of every individual line, but I've had a long day and I'm trying to get, multiple content out. So without any further ado, I'm going to just tap into the energy around the making of Partisan Fontaine's The Person. What is the energy behind Party creating The Person? Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Five of Wands. So when you look at, you know, pages are considered like the children of the deck. This is also like new opportunities. And if you're talking about a personality trait, he's looking at it as, you know, her using him in a juvenile way, trying to cause, how do I say this? Trying to wreak havoc, trying to use the internet to fight against him. Ten of Swords represents the ultimate betrayal. So this is somebody, I never paid attention to this before. Please excuse me, guys. So in this card, this person who's being betrayed, this person who literally has 10 swords in their back being laid to rest, they had a star in their hand and they dropped it. Okay? Now, stars represent hope. And it's like whatever glimmer of hope that he had for her or possibly for them, this was the last straw, and it killed whatever possible hope that he had for the future, for them to ever be civil or work things out, allegedly. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. So he, believe it or not, this energy feels like he was actually very hurt. And this is, that card just flew out. This is looking like he felt like she betrayed him for the bag, for a come up. Allegedly. Yeah, wounded warrior. From what I can tell energetically, he's genuinely hurt that she went this route and said what she said. Now, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Is there any truth to the claims that Megan made about Pardi cheating on her in her house, in her bed? Well, I guess, you know, they were living together. So in their house, in their bed. Knight of Wands. Oh, wow. Bottom of the deck is the Star and the Ten of Wands. Yeah. Because I want to make sure you see this. Star is Aquarius. Ten of Wands is the weight of the world on your back. Eight of Pentacles. This is showing that somebody is having complications with work due to being in this Knight of Wands energy. And the Star is the card of the Aquarius, which is the card of Megan the Stallion, because she is the Aquarius. I didn't expect to see that. That's definitely a wild moment. Allegedly, guys. Allegedly. The hot girl summer type energy is costing her in working relationships. Allegedly. How so? This feels like under, you know, like behind the scenes energy. People are starting to feel that the energy is just becoming too chaotic, too messy, and they want to separate themselves from anything that's toxic and chaotic and move on to calmer situations. Queen of Pentacles, okay? Queen of Pentacles represents stability, stableness. If you're talking about in a relationship, like a romantic relationship, that's someone who has wife type energy. If you're speaking about work, this is someone who is stable, someone who is of a even natured, even balanced energy, who is fruitful and abundant. So let's say, for instance, if I'm an artist and I pay for you to come and do a feature, your energy is going to bring something that's going to help the feature, get off the ground. It's going to get airplay. So what this is telling me, Six of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles, people are considering other options on what they think is going to be a more abundant collaboration. People who have once worked with her before, due to a lot of things that are going on with her in the last 2 years, whether they agree with the things or not, they just want to separate themselves from the energy. It's affecting her work. Okay, Spirit guides, why? Thank you for that. Why is this coming up? Now, here it is, the Star, the Aquarius. It's finally come out under the Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. This is a card of anxiety, worry, being restless, even hyper anxiety at some point. The Star is falling under the Page of Pentacles, which means that, she's seeking out new ideas, new ventures, new opportunities, but it's harder now than it's ever been, because people don't know if they really want to merge brands right now. How does this tie into all of this, angels and spirit guides? Three of Cups. Wow. So Three of Cups is like collaboration, people who you possibly may have partied with or had a good time with, turned up with. Ten of Swords, feeling betrayed, feeling like situations did not turn out as they should had, or that she doesn't have a good record with those that she collaborates with. Page of Swords. So that falling under the Ten of Pentacles is like everybody's watching. She has high visibility for sure. Everybody's watching. But nobody is really linking up as far as working like they used to. And it's causing a lot of, extra weight to be added to anything that she needs to do. It's like having literally the weight of the world on her shoulders. Everything is so much more complicated than it used to be. Okay, so I get now how this is all being tied together. So, allegedly, and this is a strong allegedly, people that she may have wanted to be on this project, people that she may have wanted to collab with, are standoffish on the collabs. People not turning in verses on time or not returning correspondence. And it put her in a position to try to figure out what it is that she needs to do to further this project. So when she decided to share these stories about her life, it came out of this energy of feeling like people were freezing her out, not being able to get the assistance from having people do collaborations as they would have before. Okay, so wounded warrior, and then anxiety. So, you know, when people say, you know, turn your pain into art, okay? This was the pain, and then this is like the end result of after she turned it into art. So now it's like, I'm trying to remember the lines in the song because he said a lot. He had a line about, I guess she needed this album. He didn't say the bad guy, I'm paraphrasing. But you get what I mean. He was saying that she needed this album to have a bully as well. She needed to be a victim again. And this lines up with that line that he said. But it's like, here it is. You suffered, you were beat up, you went through all of this, and now it's like after the energy has returned, this is causing Megan anxiety because she never thought that sharing that line in that song or putting that song out would manifest this anxiety. It would manifest this return of energy. I have never in my life seen a card do a cartwheel all across a room, y'all. Wow. Okay, so the card is the devil. I'm not going to get up and get it right now. So literally fighting the devil, fighting your demons. You took a leap of faith. And now it's like what the public can't see is causing people to further separate themselves from her. And anytime I do Megan readings or mention her, you know, even though she's an air sign, like the Queen of Wands comes out because that's the hot girl of the deck. You know, wands represent fire. So it was like she wanted to show that she was separating herself from a dark time and moving forward. But somehow, some way, this went topsy-turvy. And it caused people behind the scenes to separate themselves and move even further away from her. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab this card because I like to see everything at the same time because they all continue to speak to me as I go. Oh, Lord. Hopefully no more cards go cartwheeling across the room. That was weird. So now, like I said, fighting demons, fighting off negative energy, fighting off people in the media, fighting off, almost like fighting off return to sender energy. Hate to say it, guys. This feels like realizing on the back end you bit off more than you can chew. Now, I want to go off into, now that Party has put this song out, and I have no dog in this fight either way it goes. I feel like, once she allowed the internet to believe that him cheating on her in their house, in their bed, was a thing, whether this was something that actually happened or not, it opened the floor for him to be able to confirm or deny it, or defend himself. So it's it's one of those situations to where we have to be mindful that he didn't just come out with this song. This song was a rebuttal to an accusation. What's the energy now that the song is out? What's to expect from Party? Okay, Queen of Wands. Okay. King of Swords, King of Cups. So King of Swords is someone who is heavy in their head. This is someone who is more about the business of, giving it to you straight, no chaser. But King of Cups is someone who's deeply in their feelings, deeply hurt, deeply moved, deeply touched, but appearing to be cool and aloof. So as a personality, he could appear to be very nonchalant to the people around him, but he's a thinker. So he broods over things. So things that could possibly make other people have an outburst and make them, act out, would cause him to pretty much sit and stew in his feelings, but he wouldn't share it. So this is like the energy around him before the song came out. He was silent. He wasn't saying anything, but he was holding steadfast in the spirit and energy that he felt was his truth. Seven of Swords falling under this Ten of Pentacles to the Page of Swords. So looking at the artwork in this card, you have a person who's standing here oblivious, while another person is coming forward, moving, really, really shady, still in swords. So what this feels like is he felt like it was like a sneak attack. And she did it before the world to see, to get a coin, allegedly. This was a way of having balance through a new beginning. Temperance. But it feels like at this moment, he said what he needed to say, and he's going to move forward towards, victory, towards success. He just felt like he needed to defend himself. Temperance. So now he's decided to, have a new lease on life, because this is a balance through a new beginning. This is like after the storm is over, and now you have the dawn of a new day. So going from King of Wands and the Devil, which is toxic, negative energy attached to sexual energy and possible promiscuity. He wants, stability. He wants freshness through something that is more wholesome. So this is the card of like dating, going out, offering your cup. Almost feels like he's at the point to where now he's auditioning for the one. He wants to settle down. He wants to find the one that he actually can get married to. And I can understand that because he's at that age to where you started thinking about who you're going to spend your life with and what have you been doing with your life. So he's looking at, different opportunities coming in, blessings coming to him. The Artist, Four of Swords. So at this moment, if well enough is let alone, he's willing to lay this to rest with the artist, with the putting it on wax and the music and everything. It's just, you said what you said, I said what I said, and let's let it be. Let's not revisit this, because notice, this is laying it to rest. This is the card of, if you don't say anything, I won't say anything. If you don't say anything else, I won't say anything else. You don't mention me in your music, the artist. I won't mention you in any more music. So that's very interesting. I want to hit on a few more things, and then I'm going to bring this to an end because I want to keep it short and sweet so it's easier to upload, and possibly this will be up tonight. Were there any truths in what Partisan has said? Okay, so we have the Magician and the Three of Wands. So Eight of Pentacles and the Sun. So, So the Magician to the Three of Wands is now, it's like manifesting opportunities. His ship's coming in. He's working on this whole thing with the earth sign woman that has come to light. So he's actually taking this relationship with him and Jada serious. He's looking into where this relationship could go, where they could take their bond. Seven of Wands. So this is why he felt defensive enough to stand up for himself and to protect his name, protect his image. Because he feels like what was said was damaging, and it was meant to be an attack on the foundation of his relationship with Jada. He doesn't want Jada to feel as if he's not trustworthy. The Empress. Now, Empress, basic meaning is the pregnant woman, but he sees the relationship between him and her as fruitful and abundant, and he wants to see how this relationship can grow and how things can manifest between the two of them. So you got the Emperor, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like he wants to take control of this situation, because like Five of Cups is like deep sympathy and regret. Eight of Pentacles, it's like dealing with the relationship with Megan and a lot of the things that transpired between him and her not getting along affected his work. Also, this is him standing up for her, fighting against other people, him defending her, and now he has issues with being able to reach out to certain people and work with certain people due to the conflicts that came out of him defending her and fighting for her and just pretty much beefing with people in the industry. Now he's looking at how that affects his career and how he makes his money and how he's working. And he's looking at ways of bringing new things into fruition. He's looking at new things that he can create and new opportunities that he can birth, because all of that conflict that he had with people during those 2 years, like I said, it stifled work for him, which means it slowed his money down. He could be networking and working with so many more people had he not have had issues trying to deflect and protect someone else. It's like, he took a leap of faith and he felt like, he ended up stuck. He ended up bound. He ended up trapped in a situation. And as you can see, the fool is walking around with this, little hobo bag. He's out here, just him and the open land, the open world. So he feels like he's a man alone in this industry. He really doesn't have a circle of people that he could work with the way he would want to, due to a lot of this energy. And it didn't really hit him that this was a thing or this was a problem until they started to go through their stuff. They started to separate, and he had to look back on everything that he had sacrificed that is now causing issues for him currently. Yeah. So here it is. He has opportunities coming in, things that are going to come to him, but it's like slow and steady wins the race. So now it's like you have to cut ties. You have to get rid of certain energies. You have to free yourself of things. And this is what he is focusing on when he's defending himself. 7 of Wands. But this is like being trapped in a situation. He's someone who spends a lot of time in his head. At times he can be considered a man of, little words. Like, it's not that he doesn't communicate, but he tends to think and overthink, which is like, him being trapped and stuck in his head, because the energy, he's still got a lot of emotions that he's dealing with and a lot of energy that he's separating himself from Megan, the Aquarius, the star. He needs to do some cord cuttings and release that energy so that he can move on, because he's trapped in that energy and he's in limbo. Sometimes when you break up with somebody, it takes a while to get them out of your system so that you can finally successfully move on. And he's finally coming to terms with that. Strength. So he's finding his voice, and it's looking like something about him dealing with Jada is very soothing to him. You see how this woman is taming the beast? Hierophant was at the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles. So before it's all said and done, things are going to pick up for him. King of Pentacles is not just about money, but it's about stability. It's about being grounded. It's about growing into a place and space where you finally are where you need to be, so that you can be rooted in the energy that's going to be most abundant for you. So I'm going to end it there. I will say that from one song to the next, it was very, very interesting to see where both parties were mentally and emotionally. And it was even more interesting to hear Party's side of it, because usually men are supposed to just be quiet. You know, you don't expect a man to say anything back. If he says anything, he's considered to, you know, be acting like, you know, excuse my language, but, you know, acting bitch made. So it's really not fair that, you know, a woman can say things, but then a lot of times men have to just take it on the chin and be quiet. So at least, you know, when he did say what he said, he didn't just come out calling her out her name and completely tearing her down. He spoke on a spectrum of things that affected the overall relationship, and then ended it with, I'm not speaking to the persona, I'm speaking directly to you. This isn't for the fans. This is for you, the person. And with that being said, I'm going to end this here. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and be safe during this holiday season. And I'll talk to y'all later. This is my energetic tap-in on the energy around Partisan Fontaine and why he may have possibly created his response to Megan Thee Stallion, called The Person. Have a good night, y'all.